But don't take our word for it. Listen to actual users of Equi-Bone and see what they have to say and how Equi-Bone has helped them.
The thing that made me really want to look or take him to the vet and really do a thorough lameness exam and find out what was wrong with him was I went to a race over the 4th of July. Ground was a little hard and he would not work at all. He went clear to the wall, clear to the fence on every barrel. It was just a runaway. And I knew inside me he's hurting somewhere. I just knew it. The vets called me after a few days and told me that he was severe navicular in both front feet. He had a bone cyst on his right coffin joint, and he had in the lateral flexing tendons in both feet. He had tendonitis where there were adhesions forming between the joint and the tendons. And the diagnosis was, this horse is extremely, extremely bad, and he won't run barrels anymore. And the best thing for him would be to kick him out on the pasture and just let him live his days out happy. So I brought him home and I kicked him out on about 20 acres, and he got worse. He would limp, literally the first time I ever saw him limp to the feed dish every day. I'd go out and give him grain. He would limp to the feed dish. So that was breaking my heart. So I did some research on the internet to find out, what do people do for navicular horses? I mean, I've heard it shoeing and special shoes and injections. I've heard all of that, you know. And the same thing kept coming up among barrel racers was TLC, animal nutrition, the bone density growth, or Equi-Bone. I was pretty excited about how he was feeling. At the end of that month in June, I entered him at a race, and it was a 2-day barrel race. I didn't run him the first day, I ran him the second day. And the second day, he came in and won the 1D, and out of 190, and was the second fastest time of the whole weekend. I called TLC back to tell them how wonderful their product was and how excited I was. And so I took him back to Washington State University in July, a whole year later, to have him re-x-rayed. The vet and I looked at his x-rays, and the vet, what he told me to do was to go run this horse. He said, don't misinterpret me. He said 3 different times, he said, I think you should run him. I do think you should run him. It was an interesting thing though, because he did say, you have one of those tough horses that can just run in pain. And I said, you know, that's what's funny, is he can't run in pain. That's why I came to Washington State University in the first place. He's not in pain because he's running better than he's ever ran. He doesn't get any painkiller. He has never been injected, and we didn't do any changes on his feet. Just all I've done is put him on the Equi-Bone.